Hello, I'm Neil Oliver and I'm a historian and author. It's my grandfather's wristwatch. It was presented to him in 1954 as a retirement gift when he left his job as with Cooper and Company stores in Glasgow, which is a now long since defunct supermarket chain. Both my grandfathers served and survived the First World War. My dad's dad was the only one who was alive in my lifetime. And the First World War was the first bit of history that I was interested in as a very little boy, and it was because I knew that my grandpa had survived it. I put this strap on it when I was given it when my grandpa died, and he died in 1986. When I was very small, if I sat on his knee and ran a finger behind his ear, I could feel under the skin a jagged edge. And I asked my dad what it was, because Grandpa wouldn't talk about it. And my dad said it was a bit of shell fragment that had gone into Grandpa's head during an explosion in the First World War. So this was astonishing to me. And the surgeons at the time had either been unable or unwilling to remove it, so there it had stayed. And at the same time that he was injured in his head, something had damaged his arm, and it left a puckered scar on his forearm, but more visibly it meant that these two fingers were pinned against his palm. The tendons had been severed, and it looked as if he was holding something small against his palm, but of course he wasn't. They were just tightly clenched against his will. And this, for a 5-6-year-old boy, was fascinating, because not only did Grandpa have a piece of bomb fragment in his head, but his right hand had the same configuration as my Action Man. Because anyone who had a Mark I Action Man will remember the hand was shaped to go into the trigger guard of the little Lee Enfield rifle. And so, as a result of all that, Grandpa became this mysterious mix of history and the reality of an old man. Every object tells a story. To share your object and tell your story, go to bbc.co.uk/a history of the world.